I got a little distracted and I did some videos. They're a couple months old for sure, about the Ritchey logic build. And I posted a few when I was in the process of putting it together. And then distracted, life gets in the way of bikes sometimes. Regrettable, but true. Anyhow, I'm resurrecting those videos and I'm going to put it together in a post that'll follow this short introduction. And basically what you're going to see is me taking the bike fitting data that was derived. I did a bike fitting on a Guru computer bike machine at a shop I like in North Bangkok. And then I just tried to set the bike up according to that data that was derived from the fitting. What happened was I couldn't get the seat set back proper. I made a mistake originally. It's supposed to be 102 millimeters setback. That would be the setback is the nose of the saddle to the y-axis line that runs straight perpendicular to the center of the bottom bracket spindle. So that distance from the bottom bracket spindle Y line to the nose of the saddle was supposed to be 102 millimeters, and I did 120. And I took it out for a bunch of rides. I'm going, well, something's not right. I could feel it wasn't right. So I set it back up and I use a laser level to cast the y-axis line. And it turns out it was 120, 120, not 102. So I had that, and then I adjusted it to 100.6 when I tried to get all of the settings from the Guru bike fitting set up. I couldn't get the reach to the bars right if the saddle setback was at 102. But if I moved it up to 100.6, you're talking about a small amount, then the reach to the bars was right on. The drop from the seat level to the bars was right on. Everything was good. And that's how I had it for a while and went out for a couple rides. And then I just decided, well, I'm just going to put it back to 102. It doesn't make much difference, but I'd prefer that the seat setback is more right on than a minuscule amount of difference in the reach from the seat to the bars. So that's kind of what these videos will show, the evolution of that adjustment. And then there's a final video that just shows you the whole bike with all the equipment on and its weight and whatnot. So hope you enjoy that. Good ride. So I set up the laser level, set up XY coordinates, it's right on center. And there's nothing I can do to get the adjustments exactly according to Guru Fit calculations. I got the saddle set at 784. It could be 785. It's really hard, even with the laser level. You still have to use a tape measure, but I've measured it about 10 times. It's like 784. Saddle setback only 100.6. Now I could set it back more. However, the reach from the saddle to the bars is right on 587 now. So if I set that back, that number gets bigger. I got more drop from the saddle to the bars than Guru indicates. Not much error, if any, in that 80 instead of 70. XY data, I got 250 instead of 238. That looks to be right on 712. That one's a little bit more, 665, and that's a little bit less, 478. That's where it is now. Saddle setup level. Handlebars, you can see, I set them up according to Tom's instruction. I did the bars. It's pretty level here. It's pointing down just a little bit. All the spacers are in there. I didn't do anything to the stem and spacers. I just installed the bars, set up the shifters, added all the equipment. I had a Campanola free hub and Campy record cassette on there. These are wheels I was using on my other bike. So I had a Shimano free hub body, so I put it on there, and that's a Shimano cassette. But anyway, what's of interest to you and Kung Tom would be these measurements. I tried to do it as good as I can. I initially set the seat right in the middle of the rail, but that made it too close to the seat setback line. It was way under 102. It was around 98, 90, 99. So that's what I got. Let me know what you and Kung Tom think. Tom. I'm sorry. I'll get that right. Anyway, it's almost finished. I'm going to put some new tires on it. That's where it is. It looks pretty good. So what's going on? Well, here's the deal. I did that Guru bike fit, and I took all of the data that was given, and I applied it to the settings of all of these: seat fore and aft, seat height, handlebar height, drop from the seat to the bars, the reach, all of that stuff. And I thought I had it right, but I've been on about 4 test rods, and it rides wonderful, but there's something not right. And what's not right is the actual seat setback. So I'm using this laser level, and I set the bike up and just kind of locked it in place with some tape, so it's pretty vertical. And I set this laser level up so that it's right crossing through the middle of that spindle, which it is. So that's going to cast a y-axis line, and I'm going to remeasure the setback, which is the distance between the nose of the saddle and where it intersects that y-axis laser line. Now, according to the setup, the Guru fitting, that should be 102 millimeters. Now, me and my geriatric entropy, I didn't do 102, I did 120. So I got the seat back about 3/4 of an inch too far, and I felt it. I felt the tweak in that adductor muscle that runs right from the groin on the right side. You can feel it. It's the major adductor that runs straight down to the thigh. And man, that cramped up like crazy. And I could get rid of the pain by adjusting my foot angle, but I knew it wasn't right. So I checked it, and sure enough, what I got going on here, that's 120, not 102. So that's the value of having this laser line and having the Guru Bike Fit data. So I want to get this back to 102, which is about there, so you can see how much off I really am. I'm 3/4 of an inch nearly off. Everything else is okay. Distance from the bar to the x-axis line, I don't have an x-axis cast at this point because I'm only making this y adjustment. But anyway, the distance down to the x-axis laser line is right on. Same thing from the seat, the x-axis for the seat down to the horizontal x-axis laser line. And the same thing from the seat to the middle of the spindle. That's set good. So it's all good. But I need to make that adjustment. So that's what we're doing today. That's about as right on as you can get. So I'm stopping. This is the finished build. Everything's on it. Bottle cages, rear light, radar mount, bag with tools, rear view mirror, bar tape, front light, quarter turn mount there for my phone. Speed sensor, cadence sensor. It's fully built. 8870.